All right, welcome everyone. So let's take a look at some general indicators. Okay, the first one would be the VIX. So right now, actually over the past few days, you notice it looks like we have already exited this spike in the VIX. Now we're quite near the baseline. You see this red color box. So last time we were saying that if it comes back to this levels, that'll be ideal. So there'll be lesser fear and all that, and markets generally trend higher when we're in this red box. So I'm still hoping, or rather, looking at it, hoping that it will come down to this level, about 20. So that would be the ideal situation. Yeah, that would also be a good time to take some profits. So if we look at the Nasdaq, so Nasdaq over the past few days has bounced off, has gone up to break past this intermediate levels, and today it looks like it's coming back down. So if it closes below, that would mean that this is likely to be a false breakout. So that would not be good. We might come back to test the bottom levels of it'll probably come back to the bottom levels before we go higher. So the next level I'm looking at is this level, 12,600. So that would be the next level. But I think this 12,200 level is very strong support for now. I have a strange feeling that it wouldn't do that though. I'm looking that this might not go below yesterday's open. So that's about 12,800. So ideally, today we end nicely up from 12,800, and that would mean that next week will be a very nice week. Yeah. So that's for the Nasdaq. For the S&P 500, well, the past few days, actually, if you look at the S&P 500, we have already bounced off the support level, and we are recovery mode already. In fact, yesterday it was almost all-time high compared to about 2 months ago. No, sorry, last month. So that was 4 weeks ago. So yep, that was the all-time high. So maybe this is double top, but I'll say it's unlikely. I'm seeing that we'll probably drift around this level before we go higher. So that's what I'm looking at nowadays. I don't see it coming down to this level anymore. Because this 3,720 level, it looks like it's very strong support. What we saw here was the down, and then a reversal, this candle reversal, and it closed above, and thereafter it just went higher. So this is a very strong support. Okay. Pretty much it. If we're looking at some major stocks, right? So let's look at Apple. So Apple, for the past week, actually Monday it touched the bottom of this square, this rectangle, and it doesn't look like it's coming down to 110. So I don't see it coming down to this level in the near future. So now we're just hugging the bottom of this green channel. If you look at it, it's been in place since September. So we hit once in September, once in November, and recently in end February, and currently we're still at this level. So this green channel is pretty good channel. We broke it temporarily last on Monday. So that was one cause for concern, but the day after it went up and closed above. So it's not an issue anymore. So I'm looking at it go higher. Uh, it might drift a bit. It might drift a bit, but I'm looking at it go above this intermediate white channel. This white channel over here. So as long as we see a break above, that's a signal that it's a good time to uh, consider buying if you have not been buying in the past 1-2 weeks. Monday would have been the best time to buy for most stocks, including Apple. So I think for next week, it would look like we're going higher. So these are all like recovery signs that kind of you can see it from quite a few stocks. So if we look at another one, which is Tesla. So Tesla, remember last time I mentioned that if it goes down, the first time it touched this green channel, it bounced back up, and after that it came back down to the middle. That was the time when I purchased stocks in Tesla, and since then it's been going up. I think it should come down a bit because it has to it really broke through the green channel, so I would see it coming down. Hopefully it can retest like just to touch the channel before heading upwards. So it's it's possible, but another possibility is that it would just continue going up. So I think right now, if you haven't bought any Tesla yet, um you could wait until it's like 650 levels, yeah, or if it goes beyond 720 and you still haven't purchased anything, uh do start like buying in tranches, because it means that it's going into a higher high. uh yeah, it looks, this steep drop would uh it looks like it's over, because it's already broken through. If I draw a trend here, it would be from this point to this point, yeah, thereabouts. You see this white intermediate trend, downtrend, it hit here once and here twice, and we already broke through once. So it broke through and now it came back down. So you can say that this 669 or 670 level is pretty decent support. Yeah. Well, you know, it might come back to 650, it might not. Yeah, but if it goes beyond 720, and if you haven't purchased anything, yeah, it's probably a good time to buy. Yeah, because we'll be making higher highs and higher lows. Okay. Is there any particular stock that anybody wants to look at? We have some time now. If you have any questions, you can just put it in the chat box. XPEV. All right, let's take a look at XPEV. Yeah, XPEV. I did chart it once. Okay, because XPEV, right, it's a very you can call it a new stock, lah. So, and the spike up is really fast in the beginning. So the only thing that you can really use to chart, right, is Fibonacci. So if I bring the low to the 17 level and the high to this 74 level, I mean, you can tell that it went up 5 times in 2 months. So this is a crazy stock. Yeah, it's a stonk. Right, so it went up, bounced back down, up, down. This looks like a parallelogram. So let's take a look over here, here, and here. So yeah, pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. If you are looking at XPEV, yeah, it's a good retracement. This level would be a good time to buy. Uh, Obviously, that opportunity was last week. Yeah, I Okay, I'm not sure if you all noticed. Last Friday, or was it last Saturday? I posted the topic for this week would be recovery signs, because at the time I was like looking at this, and actually not this, but rather other stocks like Apple. I was looking at stocks bottoming already, but you never know if it will go lower. So it's only after like 1 week that you know that, okay, for sure this is a recovery. So if you look at this, like from this point to this point, uh, or if you want to be like conservative, you can also look at this to this point. Yeah, this kind of conservative also. Okay, if we look at the conservative, right, maybe haven't broken it yet. You have to like break above 36 before it's a like real recovery. Yeah, for now it's still maybe. But yeah, um, at this box that I drew here, the green box, yeah, this would have been a good time to buy. Okay, because of this parallelogram. Yeah, of course it's not perfect, so it's close. You cannot really aim for perfection, especially for um small companies, because there's a lot of variation. Okay, let's look at SOS. SOS is a Bitcoin stock. So yeah, similarly, same thing. So 1.21 to 15.88. Wait, this is really, really crazy. So this is more than 10 times in 2 months. Yeah, I I'll be very careful with this company. Market cap less than 1 billion. Yeah, please be very careful with this company. So you can see that for this point, actually this is not typical. Yeah, generally for okay, this is for Fibonacci. So when you look at Fibonacci, is this one, the fourth one with a lot of lines. It says Fibonacci retracement. Just click the top, click the bottom. You look at the retracements. Usually they come back to, if it's a strong rebound, there'll be 618 levels. 50 levels will be like generally this happens, it'll rebound at this level. And most of the stocks would rebound at 38.2 level. Yeah, so if you see the first time it bounced, it went all the way down to this 50 level, went up, went down to the about the 382 level, went up, and then went down to the 236 level. So generally 236 level is the worst case scenario. This is where you buy if you haven't already purchased. This is almost like the worst case scenario. And if it goes below that, right, it means something is really wrong with this company. Yeah, so it bounced up, came back down, bounced up, came back down. Now it looks like it's in a stable long-term trend. You know, it looks like it's in a stable long-term trend. So if you haven't purchased anything, and if you want to buy now, I think it's okay. I don't know about this company. Yeah, you have to do your like research. Is this a real company? Is it fraudulent, or Anyway, it's a very small company, less than 1 billion, so don't put too much into it. Yeah, if you really have to, yeah, I mean you can buy a bit. I wouldn't buy more than a few $100s for this stuff. Okay, so Marathon. Okay, Marathon is a much more established Bitcoin company. Now it's 3.7 billion. So if you have to do Bitcoin, yeah, Marathon, Riot, these are companies that you should consider looking at. So for this company, you looked at it bounced out to 50% level once, twice. Now it's really high. So if I'm if I'm yeah, I'm not sure. I wouldn't buy a lot into this company right now. If although this is a decent Bitcoin company, I would rather uh okay. So Riot is another one. So Riot is also similar. Yeah. So yeah, it bounced off the this bounced off the 382 level. So yeah, I see this was a good bounce. and yeah, good time to buy. So when you look at recovery, these are the things that you want to look out for. Yeah, so you see this down, up, down. Oops. Uh, yeah. So down, up, down, and then when it goes up, right? When this candle, this green candle, it's obvious that it's it broke up above this downtrend. Yeah, this is an obvious recovery sign. This candle. Yeah. So when you see this kind of candle, yeah, this is the time to buy. This was on Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday was the time when I bought quite a lot of stocks. Monday is when you like kind of like pick bottoms to, in a sense, catch falling knives. Tuesday was the time to really buy. Yeah. So Delta Airlines. Oh, this is a boomer. Is it a boomer stock or is it a is it a Reddit stock? I don't know. Uh, uh, yeah, I don't know. Airlines are. I'm not too keen on airlines. Yeah, it's a bit scary now. I mean, this was pre-COVID, right? I mean, the COVID correction brought it all the way down to $18. Now it's back to near pre-COVID levels. But are they flying pre-COVID levels? I seriously doubt it. So this is purely, I would say, speculation. You are kind of like speculating that we're back in business, that every all the planes are flying. Yeah, I really wouldn't buy this. Anyway, this is a dividend stock, I think. So yeah, I think they stopped paying dividends after COVID. So, but this used to be a dividend stock. Uh, I mean, if you want to buy this, you might as well go and buy DBS stocks in Singapore. Yeah, I wouldn't buy this because it's really kind of high price. Uh, even though the planes are not flying. Okay, let's look at the last stock, Peloton. Like Peloton is a COVID stock. People who are stuck at home, they need to buy gym equipment. I heard their demand is so big that they are trying to find their best to fulfill orders. Orders are difficult to fulfill, like 2-3 months, and they're still not fulfilled. So there's a lot of demand, not much supply. So um, I guess it's good, but eventually when the gyms are open, people, I don't know, will people still continue to buy Peloton bikes as much as before? It's really hard to say. Um, I, I do know that they have subscription models. They have a subscription model, and probably it might work. Yeah, but I'd rather buy Netflix than Peloton or even Disney Plus. So, I mean, the previous run up, let me just highlight this. This is the initial huge spike up due to COVID. The second one that I'm looking at is probably this one in green. So even if there's an up move, I don't see it moving up much, uh, unless people are, just lazy and they don't want to go to the gym. They rather spend mm, a lot of money on a bike rather at home rather than go to the gym. But I think people like to meet people, so eventually when gyms open, people just go to the gym. Um, yeah, I I mean I think this would still be a good business. It would sustain itself, but I wouldn't see the kind of growth that we had in the past 8-9 months. Yeah, if I have money to invest in, I would rather put into other companies like tech rather than uh, Peloton. I mean, even Apple would be good. Yeah. Okay. Wait, final question. Okay. So Riot, what's the next good entry point? Riot. Next good entry point. Okay. Now it's up, down, and up again. So okay. Uh, the next good entry point would be probably when there's some news for Bitcoin. Um, either some major company is buying Bitcoin or some uh, major thing happen, either in Bitcoin or another coin called Ethereum. So either one of these news would be a catalyst to buy in. I think it's also good to set entry levels at say 20% from this current price. Like if you're, I mean, if you look at the high, it will be 63.69. So you can take like 20% off and put that as a buy order. If you're just doing stocks, you could just buy at 20% from that level. I mean, if you're the reason why you're buying Riot is because you think Bitcoin is going up and you see it as a long term alternative or a long term hedge. So it's always good to fish. So when you fish, you just put in an order, GTC order, that is 20% from its recent high. So to me, that would be a good entry point rather than just buying it right now. But of course, when there's a catalyst, like good news, some maybe Apple wants to buy into Bitcoin or something like that. It's you would just see it move, and if you don't catch it, then uh yeah, then yeah, then too bad. But that would be either a catalyst or when it retraces back 20%. All right, great. So we're done for today. I'll be doing these sessions every week, so we can do the next one next Friday, same time, 11 p.m. It'll be in the same model, so I'll just start at 11. I think this will be better for everyone. All right, so see you all next week.